Hey everybody, Jason Sims here with the Motorcycle Cannonball, where we are just at the end of stage number 9 here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, where we're doing a block party on historic Tejon Street, hosted by none other than the Rocky Mountain Motorcycle Museum. This is a place that we've been wanting to visit for a long time, to do an overnight stop here. Really great reception out here. We've got the street blocked off out here in front of the museum, where we're got all the bikes out here on display, along with a lot of other vintage motorcycles. Great day for everybody today. A really long day for riders. Just 276 miles on the day. Started this morning out of Garden City, Kansas. Ended up having a really great lunch in Lamar, Colorado. They really put it on for us. A great picnic in their Welcome Center Park. Riders loved it. A nice little break. Really a little bit of challenge for the riders today as you get out here further west. A lot of straight roads, a lot of cities, a lot of mileage in between the cities, I should say. This afternoon, riders were faced with 110 miles between gas stops. Now, that's pretty tricky for a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys can only probably do 60, 70, 80 miles on a full tank of gas. So they had to actually coordinate and see a lot of different things and be able to carry extra gas with them this afternoon and practice fuel management. A steady climb all day. We started at about 3,000 feet, and I think we're at about 6,500 feet here now out here. So really just a lot less air. So having to fix mixtures in their motorcycles to do with the atmosphere. So let's take a quick look around out here while we're on Tejon Street. Maybe we'll take a look at the museum here in a minute, and let's talk to a few riders. I got a couple of questions on my mind that I want to ask some of these guys today, and let's see if we can find somebody. Actually, let's grab these guys right here. Team Fast Garage, Fast Company. They are the local guys here from Colorado Springs.
Yes, sir.
One of them from Florida.
I'm from Florida.
Both of the bikes are from Colorado, though.
Yeah,
so.
sure enough.
So what's it feel like being in hometown after being gone for a few weeks?
I feel awake all of a sudden after 2 weeks of no sleep and, 2 hours of sleep here and there. I think we've had a couple of hotel rooms, but I don't know if I've seen them.
Some of the nicest hotel rooms that we got to see, the front door and the door to the room. Nothing else. It's like,
didn't get to take advantage of any of the amenities.
Beautiful place.
But it's really cool to be home. Jim's museum is really cool. He's got a lot of neat bikes in there.
We've really been wanting to come to Colorado Springs for a long time. Just one for the community, the historic downtown. And, really, it puts us right in the foreground of being able to cross the Rocky Mountains. So
yeah, looking forward.
A great staging spot.
It is. It's beautiful. I'm looking forward to going through the gorge tomorrow. That's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
But also a little scary about going over Monarch Pass.
So they've only had reported like 6-7 inches of snow in the last few days.
Yeah, so
no big deal.
That's not so bad. Hey, honey, get my skis.
Hey, we ordered in a ton of stainless screws. We'll be in the parking lot tonight if we have to.
Studding our tires. Okay.
It's really one of the highlights of the whole entire trip and everything is to get over one of the highest passes that we've ever done on the Motorcycle Cannonball.
Yeah,
so.
we're looking forward to it. So it'd be a good challenge.
A lot of other cool things happening tomorrow. Royal Gorge Bridge.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be really
Skyline
neat.
Drive, which I've been
Drive
keeping that one a secret for a while, but I'll start telling some people about that tonight because it's going to be
cat's out of the bag now. So, all right.
It really is.
That's
And then, of course,
cool.
going over the pass. Now, these guys, to be here is remarkable. They actually didn't even sign up for the event until about 3 weeks out. So all the preparation that you guys did, getting it to here ahead of time, man. Wow.
It was full throttle.
Busy. Very busy.
And it hasn't stopped yet. So But the
you know,
cool thing
most
is,
people, it takes them a year and a half to get prepared for this event. And you guys did it within 2 to 3 weeks of putting the motorcycles together, getting the logistics ready, and getting on the road. And you guys have been putting down the miles.
I've completed everything but 1.5 days. I think Jeff
I got
is
a couple days
two
out.
days out.
That's
So
still pretty impressive for the amount of time. So
It's,
one of the questions I've been wanting to ask riders today is, you know, now that we've been on these long stretch of open roads where you can see for 200 miles at a time, what goes through your mind when what are you thinking about when you're on this long stretch of road and nothing's around you for 100 miles?
What I was thinking about coming down was we just traveled in 45 minutes what it took to, settlers to do a month.
Right.
So that was the thing that kind of came to my mind.
I think about that a lot. That's one of my big things is I think, like, what was this bike doing in 1932? What type of speeds was it? What type of road was it on at the time? What were the people around us thinking? Because we're going on these roads now, the people are like, they get blown away by seeing us travel out there, and they'll stop and they'll sit there and watch us for, until the whole crew goes by. Were they doing that back in the 30s, the 20s? What were they thinking about these crazy machines going across the country? So what about you? What do you think about?
I just hope that the road doesn't end. I'm like, let's just keep going.
You don't even want to see a curve. You don't want to see nothing.
The curves are nice. Yeah, I just don't want an ending point. I just want to keep going and going and going. So let's just keep rolling. So
Right
I figure by the time we get to California, we'll have these bikes all finished and they'll be all, ready to go. So then at that point, we're going to turn around and go back.
Do it again.
Hey, we could make it happen easily. So I don't know if our spouses or our employers or our employees would really enjoy that.
Especially spouses. Yeah. So mine's been fortunate. I've been fortunate enough. Mine's not killed me yet. So it's all right.
Right on. Cool. Well, thanks. And we'll try to catch up with you later here in the week and see how everything's going. Enjoy being home tonight.
Sure will.
Hey, let's grab Tyler here real quick. We haven't got to talk to him for a while. Super proud of this guy today.
Oh, I'm so
Finally, after 9 attempts, he finally makes a full, complete day getting all the miles.
That's what I get for assembling an engine 3 days before we came to start the Cannonball. So,
hey, that's what it is.
Hoping
Sometimes
we got all our shakedown miles out, but
absolutely. A lot of times you just have to put it together and shake it down when you get on the road.
A lot of sleepless nights, but we've been having a lot of fun. We're super happy to have made all our miles today. Also super happy just to be here with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Feel very fortunate to be part of this event.
Absolutely. So the question of the day is, when you're out there on these straightaway roads, nothing's around you for 100 miles, what's going through your mind?
Am I going to make the next mile?
That's a really good one.
Definitely not thinking about tomorrow.
And really, that's what it's about. It's
living in the now.
1 mile at a time.
Living in the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know. You might see something up ahead, a half a mile away from you, that makes you want to pull over so you take pictures of it.
All right. Another guy.
So glad you made your miles today, man.
We've been
on the truck together. We're truck buddies.
Another success story of another day making all the miles on the motorcycle Cannonball.
1928 Griffin just kicked it.
And this is no easy bike to ride. This thing is like this. It's so tiny. It's got a little teeny motor in it.
It makes my butt look big.
Like a max speed of what? 35, 30, 40.
It's supposed to do 56. I get it up to 45. Most of the day, I'm sitting around 35.
Yeah, but 45, how much downhill is that?
Well, we don't count the downhill part.
Right on. Excellent. Good job. Cool. Let's see if we can find us a few more success stories out here. Can't believe how beautiful downtown Colorado Springs is. The people that came out to see us, the beautiful museum, just a really cool stop. I mean, just look at this backdrop. Oh, here, perfect. Here's a guy that we haven't got to talk to for a while. Greg Porter,
Hello.
Kansas. So you're probably used to a lot of the terrain that we did today, right? So
Not the roads, though.
not the roads, rough roads.
Little bit.
They were a little rough,
Yeah,
weren't they?
yeah.
They were.
We
hard on
gravel
you.
stuff like that.
So the question of the day is, when you're out on these roads, and we've been explaining that a lot of the roads today are, you get on this thing and you go for 70 to 90 miles. You don't see a stop sign. You don't see a turn. You don't see a house. You don't see any civilization. What do you think about when you're out there on that road? What goes through your mind?
Who owns all that?
That's a good question.
Really,
Yeah.
somebody owns that.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
no, I tell you what, I talk to myself a lot. And
What do you say?
I talk to God and, help me through all this.
Please let me get one more mile.
Yeah, just keep this thing together.
Hell yeah.
Hope it doesn't break apart,
He's out there with us for sure.
He really is. I'm so excited to be part of this.
Yeah.
It's, probably a once in a lifetime thing for me.
Right. Yeah. It's
We'll see,
yeah.
but I did this to challenge myself
absolutely.
and heck with everybody else.
Absolutely. That's what
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about. We always say it, man versus machine.
Yeah, it really is. And it's real, as Cole says, it's like a drug. You've got really high highs.
Right.
But then eventually you have some pretty lows.
Right.
And so, it's up and down. It's really exciting. And the people, and the organization that you have
Right.
is, there's always room for improvement.
Always.
But
Yeah.
keep improving, keep it going.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really, and these kind of events where we come in is really,
It's great to see the community come out, support us.
It ain't gonna break the bank to feed us a meal, and more communities could do this, and it'd even make it better.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I just love it.
Cool.
Really
One
do.
last thing. We're at the staging point to head over the mountains. What's your thoughts about tomorrow? We've talked to a few people. We got a lot of highlights
I wanna
tomorrow.
know the
We got the
weather
Royal
forecast.
Gorge. We've got Skyline Drive. We've got Monarch Pass.
Yeah.
And there might even be a few little surprises after that we haven't really told a lot of people.
That's cool. Yeah.
But, I know a lot of people's,
little
they're thinking
hesitant,
about
but-
the weather.
There again, you gotta go with your gut, what you're comfortable with.
Right.
If the guy in front of you jumps off the bridge, you can too. So
I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think we'll have a lot of
I
fun
think
tomorrow.
so too. I
Awesome.
appreciate
Good
you
job
too,
today.
man.
Good job
I
today.
appreciate you too.
Let's talk to this little young gun. We haven't talked to him for a few days. We even get down to his level here.
Hey there, everybody.
One of our youngest riders on the ride, Connor from California.
What's up, everyone? They kicked me out of the museum for trying to steal from this one. I was able to steal from Kelly's museum, and this is just where I landed. I know my back's hurting because those roads were really bad today. So
They were a little rough.
they were rough, but we survived.
So the question of the day is, being the roads, getting on these things for 70, 90 miles, not seeing a stop sign straight. You can see 200 miles ahead of you. What goes through your mind while you're out there?
I think about how cute Morgan is when he walks by in those green sunglasses. Really all I do is I listen to the motor and hope nothing goes wrong. That's really all there is to do. I want to make every mile.
Do you talk to yourself?
I talked to Tim Burns, and by talking to him, I yell stupid things at him as loud as I can. Sometimes he hears them, most of the time he doesn't.
So what was the fuel situation like today? Was it an issue or a non-issue?
Well, I get 90 miles out of my bike exactly, and that was about a quarter mile short of the fuel stop today, so I had to pour my extra gallon in.
So you did make it?
I could see it. I could have pushed it if I wanted to, but I decided to put the gas in.
All right.
So I made it.
Relax up. Give me your thoughts on what's happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of fun, and I hope everyone is ready for some heights.
Heck yeah. Right on. Oh, in the back. Let's grab a few more. Here, let's grab Jared here. We haven't talked to him. No, we need you to. You got to be part of this because this is something special over the last few days. Jared's been riding 101 Scout,
yep,
right?
28 101 Scout.
Right.
Yep. And Rosie joined me in Wichita, and we rode 2-up the past 2 days.
So tell us a little bit out there how the 2-up is. It's the only person we've had 2-up for a while.
I mean, it's got its challenges. Like that road today was super bumpy, but
That's the word on the street.
She
That
kept-
road was super bumpy.
she kept complaining about that. You know, we got intercom so we can talk to each other.
Nice, nice.
So she was complaining about it the whole time.
Did you have to mute her for a few minutes?
Yeah, I just had to go
He
to the radio.
He tries. Then I sit there and I pat him in the back.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely different seeing everything and seeing all the bikes, and the people are wonderful. So it's
So
a lot of fun.
Let's talk about the challenge of riding 2-up. Is it more of a challenge?
Well, definitely, any type of terrain or hills that you got to pull, would definitely be challenging there. Just because the bike is just a Scout, it's a 45 cubic inch, so it doesn't take a lot to chug it down, pulling a hill. So especially with 2 people. Then the other thing is just navigating in traffic and at stoplights. Stopping. You got to give yourself a lot more distance to stop with 2 people because the old brakes, they're only so good. And then, of course, taking off with the clutch, feels like there's just a little bit slower to get going. So and then the balance thing, right? So those seats you set up so tall in the back, it does make your bike a little top heavy. So sometimes she'll make an adjustment on the seat or whatever. And I'm like, oh, hey, what are you doing?
hey.
I guess I'm not supposed to jump on the bike either.
Well, yeah, the other day she went to jump on because I had to stop and fix my clutch pedal real quick. And I said, okay, get on. And she jumped on and almost went all the way over when she got on.
Yeah, I almost hit the button.
So one of the things that was one of the challenges today was fuel consumption.
Yeah.
What does it do riding 2-up? What was your challenge with? One, you probably had to use extra fuel while you're riding 2-up. And was it a concern going 110 plus miles to get fuel today?
It was definitely a concern. Fortunately, the roads that we encountered today were a lot of straight and flat, and you weren't having to hammer the bike a lot. So we did the 111 miles between fuel stops, no problem.
No problem.
And actually in the morning we did the full 104 miles to get into our lunch stop there in Lamar, Colorado. So,
cool.
So,
Yeah.
but we packed extra gas anyways, and I was concerned about the fuel. But on a road like tomorrow, I think it would definitely decrease the fuel
Right.
big time because there'll be a lot of second gear pulling the mountains,
Right.
and that's also tomorrow. She's going to be riding in the van. So
What? I was hoping to say she was going to take the mountain with
no,
you.
I'm just trying to give the Scout a little break. That bike's pushing close to 10,000 miles, and it's a second Cannonball with it, and it's definitely feeling it. So
Right.
But I'll be there at the finish line. So
Perfect. So one of the questions we've been asking everybody tonight, you brought it up, the long, straight, flat roads, where you get on these things for 70, 90 miles, don't see a stop sign, don't see civilization, and you can see 100 miles in front of you. What goes through your mind while you're out there?
oh, it's like she was saying. She's like, we're literally in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of like being in the desert or on the moon or wherever. You look around and there's nothing there. So I mean, what
What do you do to fight the boredom? I mean, do you talk to yourself? Are you singing?
Yeah, well, we talk to each other, and she, I'll ride the white line for a while, or the single line for a while, or the center line, or I'll do S curves or whatever in the road, and just different things. But
Nice. How about you? What's going through your mind?
if he really pissed me off, I could throw him in there, and no one would find him for a long time.
oh, she did say that. She's
I
like,
did.
you could bury somebody out here, and nobody would ever find.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about that quite often. How many bodies are really
So
buried
that's
out?
what was going through her
Yeah,
mind. Like, if I have to bury him, I'll just drag him out here.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, good luck tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be rooting for you guys.
All right, thanks,
All right.
Susie.
Yeah.
so nice out here. It's unbelievable. Looks like most of our guys are probably in. We got a really tasty meal provided tonight by Cowboys Bar and Grill. I'm sure a lot of those guys, I could smell the food already. I'm sure a lot of them are already in there eating. Let me try to grab this guy. Here's who I want to hear from. Let's grab the champ here real quick. I know he's on the video, but we're going to grab you for our video here real quick. We got a couple questions. One, we're here in beautiful Colorado. Have you got a chance to take a look at the museum yet?
You know, I got in, I went and ate, and everybody wants to talk to me. I haven't even had a chance.
I bet. What's the most popular question everybody's asking you right now?
How do you do it? I'll tell you, it's like riding an old goat.
Right.
Jason, it was a great day. We had a lot of scenery that was just us and the bikes, and road was a little bit of a rough one, but we got it all in, and quite frankly, tomorrow's the big day.
Heck yeah, it is.
Tomorrow is showtime, folks.
It is. So our question that we've been asking everybody today is, with the long roads, being out there in the middle of nowhere, as we're explaining it, 70 to 90 miles, straight line, no stop signs, no curves, no nothing. When you're out there on this bike, what are you thinking about while you're out there? What's going through your mind? Are you talking to yourself?
I think about, basically, I listen to the bike all the time. Obviously, I have to believe in the map. You look at that. I think of my dad a lot.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Thinking about what he's thinking about you doing out there, being crazy.
Yep. Well, part of the reason I'm here is him.
Because of him.
Yep.
Right.
So, I mean, I've been blessed in many ways in life. And, you know, when a guy's on the road, you got a lot of time to think. A lot of things go through your mind.
No, they do. And it's like, oh, man, you could go into this story or that story. You know, I get out there in places like that. I start singing.
But it is really a beautiful, like today, we were the only people out there.
Right.
The world was gorgeous. The weather was awesome. No rain, and it was flat. Flat.
It was very bad. Actually, if you really look at what we did, it was truly flat. But we are at 6,500 feet right now, and we started about 3,000. So the whole entire day,
it was
we were
a
just
climb.
gradually climbing.
And you know, as the single guys, it's been a challenging trip, quite frankly.
So one of the other things that we've been talking about today is fuel management, and I'm curious because you're the first single I've talked to today now, what the challenge was for you in the fuel management part. You know, the longest stretch was 110 miles. Was it an issue for you?
No, the two singles running, Todd Cameron and an 09 Indian and my 11, we can run 100 miles. We all each carried a little extra gas. The biggest thing that we were worried about is when you get to the gas station that's designated on the map, are they open? Do the pumps work?
Right.
Do our credit cards work?
That's always a challenge.
You never know until you get there, but
especially the more we go west and west.
I think we're going to see less and less fuel available, and the bottom line is you better be prepared for 125 miles or more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can roll on 150.
Oh, nice. That's a lot of these guys are at that 60 to 80.
I'm running 50 to 55 miles to the gallon.
That's good.
And, you know, tomorrow will be different because we got climbing and we have altitude.
Right. So we got a lot of cool stuff happening tomorrow. Of course, we've been telling people, of course, the Royal Gorge Bridge. We're doing Skyline, which a lot of people don't know about yet.
Well, I'm going
They've
over
heard of it, but they don't know about it. So they'll witness that. And then, of course, the 11.5 climb to Monarch Pass.
And I think tomorrow is the major day for this event.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my mind.
It could be. So
I mean,
we're seeing stuff move right now. I mean, there was a few people in the top 20 that aren't in the top 20 after today. You know, just we had some flat tires out there, you know, running these bikes in long open stretches. They may have got overheated. You know, there's a lot of stuff to worry about. And now we're going to do this big climb tomorrow, and maybe some more stuff could change.
I'm ready. You know, the thing you all have to remember at home is three things. One, you need to be well prepared. 2, the rider has to execute, follow the map to the T. And 3rd, Lady Luck.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the biggest thing, I think. Yeah,
It's a big deal.
it is, because you never know what's going to break loose.
Anything can happen to any of these
Right,
bikes
yeah.
at any point. You can put it in the barn tonight, and it won't even start in the morning.
Right,
What happened?
exactly.
So
And we seen that today. I mean, we had, like I said, 3 or 4 flat tires today. You know, you just don't know you're going to pick up
Well,
something on the road.
I got to a fuel stop. I shut the bike down, fueled. It wouldn't fire. I had spark, no fuel. So we're switching fuel filters tonight. You know, I don't know if that was it, but it's just one of those
gotta
little
do whatever you gotta
gremlins.
do to prepare for the next day.
Yep. And so our mission tonight is when we leave here at 6, back, we'll do general service work, prep for tomorrow. Got some more goodies to put on the bike, and we'll be ready to rock.
Excellent.
So-
Cool. All right. Well, good luck for
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Thanks, Jason.
And we'll check in.
Yep.
All right. Hey, I think we'll wrap it up here for tonight, so we can go in and get some food ourselves, get a chance to go take out the Rocky Mountain Motorcycle Museum. I've been dying to get here for a while. We'll try to post some great content from you from there. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting us. And we'll see you on the next stop.